One Piece 1157 is finally here, and the mystery is over. After decades of fan theories, we finally know who killed Rocks D. Xebec at God Valley. And it's not who you think. Welcome to Super Synth D Studio, where One Piece spoilers hit different. If you live for wild theories, insane backstories, and Final Saga chaos, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's dive in. One Piece. Chapter 1157 is titled Legendary Bar, referring to the bar Shaki opened on Hachinosu Island. The cover story still follows Yamato's travels across Wano. This time, Yamato and his group are gathered at the graves of heroes who fell in the battle against Kaido. It's revealed they fought to protect the city, but one of them died without leaving a body behind. The chapter begins with the Rocks pirates raiding an international charity temple called Fat Colony. Ochoku shouts to the crew that they've taken every coin from the temple, so it's time to go. The temple's head monk begs them to return the stolen money, saying it's meant to help underprivileged children. Linlin doesn't buy the monk's words. Suddenly, a Den Mushi call comes in, Ito demanding they lower the lift to the underground vault, because he and others are still down there. Turns out Kaido, Newgate, and Silver Axe are still below, where the treasure is kept. Ochoku is annoyed by Kaido's yelling and tells Shiki to drop the lift. But Shiki, who apparently forgot they were even down there, doesn't lower the lift. Instead, he throws a bomb. The bomb explodes, followed by Shiki's laughter. By trapping Kaido and the others below, he gets a bigger share of the loot. Ochoku can only shake his head at Shiki's idiocy. Meanwhile, the head monk realizes the Rocks' corruption has been exposed and asks another monk if the Navy has arrived. When he hears they're almost here, he decides not to let these pirates escape. Suddenly, iron bars slam shut, sealing off all exits from the temple. Without hesitation, Linlin gets ready to smash through the bars. But then the temple floor collapses. A massive tremor shakes the building. The Rocks pirates instantly recognize it, an earthquake caused by Edward Newgate. Kaido, Newgate, and Q emerge from the rubble. Kaido eyes Newgate with envy over his power. Newgate, realizing Kaido is talking about devil fruit abilities, gives the young horned hothead some advice. Choose carefully, because the fruit's power will be with you for life. Q demands to know which bastard just trapped them underground. Ochoku points upward, and there's Shiki, floating in the air. Looks like it's now confirmed in canon. Shiki has the Fuwa no Mi. Q's furious, shouting at Shiki, but Shiki just mocks him, leading to a full-on fight between the two. Rocks shouts at them to stop fooling around and focus on getting out of there. With chaos brewing, Rocks warns that their treasure must remain safe. Ganzui confirms it, but John urges Rocks to look out at the sea. They're surrounded by Navy ships. Rocks laughs and orders his crew to stop fighting and set sail before they're fully trapped. But Newgate's suspicious the Navy arrived too quickly. Someone must have leaked their raid. Hearing this, Rocks changes his mind. Instead of fleeing, he decides they'll sink the Navy ships and take all their treasure too. The narrator steps in. In just 2 years since the Rocks pirates were formed, they have committed 16 major assaults, sunk 76 ships, burned 14 harbors, destroyed 5 towns, toppled 1 nation, violated 3 special cases under Article 18 of the World Law, and erased 25 criminal records. Even though they sailed the same seas as the future Pirate King, Gol D. Roger, the years of their rampage would be remembered as the Era of Rocks. The scene shifts to the nation of Enishi, deep in the New World. We open on a tense standoff between Harald and agents of the world government. The government agent demands that Harald leave the country immediately. Because Enishi isn't affiliated with the world government, it's considered a lawless zone. And in their words, human rights don't apply here. Harald doesn't buy into that twisted logic. Instead, he demands that the agent release every single citizen they've detained. We learn that Enishi is actually part of an alliance with Elbaf, a nation that once helped Elbaf for free when the giant kingdom faced a devastating famine. To Harald, this isn't just politics. He owes them a debt of life. The citizens plead with Harald to save them, and in that moment, Harald decides This is the time to repay that debt. He's not going anywhere, but the agent warns him. Right now, Elbaf is still being considered as a potential world government affiliate. Helping Onishi might make that path easier, but if Harald chooses to protect a non-affiliated nation, he could jeopardize Elbaf's chances of ever joining. Once again, the agent orders Harald to leave. But before the standoff can end, the government agent shoots one of the citizens. That's it. Harald snaps. Furious, he leaps straight onto the world government vessel, where the Onishi citizens are being held prisoner. Soon after, the World Economic Journal spreads the news. Twisting the entire truth, Harald, King of Elbaf, shows his true colors. Pretending to be an ally of the government, he sinks an innocent warship. World Economic Journal. Cut to Elbaf, inside Ida's bar. Sitting there, laughing over the article, is Rocks D. Xebec. He's not surprised. Corruption from the world government is nothing new to him. He tries to lighten the mood by inviting Harald to drink at his castle. Harald immediately refuses. He's not letting someone with a reputation as bad as Rocks set foot in his kingdom. But Rocks pushes further, offering not just a place for Harald and the Rocks pirates, but also protection for all of Elbaf under his flag. He can't stand watching his friend bow his head to the government. Harald rejects the offer again. He still believes that one day, Elbaf will officially join the world government. Rocks smirks, making fun of Harald's now bald head, asking what kind of culture shaves their head bald as a sign of sincerity. And yes, Harald's bald now, just like the portrait we once saw in Castle Orist. Though of course, he still has his horns. Harald laughs, saying even Garp once mocked his bald head. Hearing Garp's name, Rocks says Harald is better suited for piracy, since Garp hates those above him in the chain of command. But Harald answers plainly, every organization has its trash, but the Navy is an honorable force, one that helps people every single day. He continues, from Elbaf, we'll start with John Giant. Many more will become Marines, if only we could send more of our warriors, whose strength is currently going to waste. They could truly make a difference in the world. Rocks chuckles at Harald's crazy dream and tells Ida to help convince Harald to join his crew. But Ida says, if Harald were my son, I'd tell him one thing. Choose your friends wisely. Of course, that only annoys Rocks even more. Outside the bar, we see Loki eavesdropping on the conversation between his father, Harald, and Rocks. He's joined by Hadradin and Matto. Loki whispers that he's thirsty and wants a drink. But Matto refuses because, well, he just flat out hates Loki. The scene shifts to Navy headquarters. We see Admiral Kong in a meeting with Vice Admirals Garp, Sengoku, and Tsuru, discussing the plan to enlist the Giants as official Navy soldiers. Kong warns them, just by rolling over in their sleep, they can crush the people around them to death. And if you make them angry, your life is in serious danger. Do you really think people like that can coexist peacefully with humans? Garp fires back. Don't talk nonsense. Just put them in a special division, and everything will be fine. Sengoku adds, Harald's an honest man. He's trying to change the history of Elbaf. Tsuru chimes in, I've heard rumors that Rocks is trying to recruit him. If that actually happens, I doubt the Navy will be able to stop them. Kong sighs. I get it, but I'm in a tough position here. Historically, Giants have always been known for their brutality. Garp actually likes the idea of having brutality in the Navy ranks. He pushes Kong to make Elbaf an official allied nation of the Navy right away. But Kong shakes his head. I can't do that. Only the top brass of the world government have that kind of authority. The scene then jumps to Hachinosu Island, 42 years ago. The pirate den is buzzing with news. Shakuyaku has officially retired as captain of the Kuja pirates. Every pirate looks devastated. Why? Because now their chances of ever meeting her at sea are basically zero. One pirate groans. This is a disaster. I've been sailing all these years dreaming of being attacked by the Kuja pirates. With Shakuyaku on deck, we cut to the Rocks pirates' base. Gloriosa is now part of their crew, and she's talking about Shakuyaku. Gloriosa wonders what exactly Shaki is planning. Lin, Big Mom, suggests that Shaki retired because she's chasing after a man, just like Gloriosa did. Linlin smirks and asks, "So, is the island of women destined to fall to love?" Gloriosa gets pissed. Someone like you, spitting out kids, like popcorn, could never understand the pain of love, even if it's impossible that she caught love sickness. If she's chasing after Roger, I won't forgive her. Stussy jumps in, teasing Newgate. Everyone's always talking about Shaki this, Shaki that. But your eyes are only on me, right, Newgate? Newgate replies flatly, "I've never once fallen in love with you." Stussy snaps. "What did you just say? It's me!" "Miss Buchan, the insanely popular one." Newgate shrugs. "Then I don't see a problem here." Stussy shouts, "No, I only want you." Suddenly, the entire island erupts into chaos. The Kuja pirates have just docked at Hachinosu. The narrator explains, "This could be counted as one of the greatest incidents in Pirate Island history." Of all things, the beautiful idol who captivated the world walked straight into a den of bloodthirsty beasts. Naturally, it caused an uproar. Shakuyaku steps off her ship saying goodbye to her crew, including Tritoma, who will one day succeed her as Queen of Amazon Lily. The pirates on Hachinosu can't believe what they're seeing. A literal goddess has just appeared in front of them. Some look like they might die from shock. They shout, asking why Shaki would ever come to such a filthy island, and warning her not to step any further inland. Some even assume she's here to join the Rocks pirates, like Gloriosa did. But Shaki shakes her head. She says she only wants to stay here for a while. Even if she's retired, she's still a pirate, and the Navy will keep hunting her. She makes her request. "I want to hide here, so will you protect me?" The pirates all yell in unison that they'll protect her no matter what. When she comments that the place smells bad, they rush to clean it. When she says she wants to open a bar, they immediately start building it, and even plant flowers for her. All this noise eventually draws Rocks himself. The pirates freeze in fear at his presence. They beg him not to be angry, explaining that all of this was done voluntarily. They also ask Rocks to allow Shaki to stay on Hachinosu. The narrator says, "And so began the legendary 1-month line." Shaki's ripoff bar, a place forever woven into the tales of Pirate Island, Hachinosu. "Rocks, what the hell is this?" Shaki smiles. "Oh, my very first customer. I'm sure you all want a drink, right? Rocks, Newgate, Q, Marlin, Shiki, and John, all with Sanji-like heart eyes, shout together, "There's an angel in here!" The narrator adds, "The peony at the Shakuyaku in Japanese bloomed in this barren land and instantly blessed the entire island. She became a treasure the pirates could never let go of. And without the treasure, there's nothing left to steal." Shaki struggles with a beer bottle. I don't think I can open this." John quickly helps her. Rocks inhales deeply. "This bar smells amazing." Finally, the scene shifts to Mary Joie's Room of Authority. Gorosei Mars sends a message for Harald. "Once the warriors of Elbaf meet these requirements, we guarantee your membership in the world government. And then, you must kill Rocks." Final note, the membership condition given to Harald. What exactly is it? Break next week. And that's it. One Piece 1157 just rewrote one of the biggest mysteries in the series. We now know the truth about Rocks' death and the real power players behind God Valley. But if this is what Oda's willing to reveal now, imagine what's still coming. Drop your wildest theory about why they took down Rocks in the comments. Hit that like button if you're loving these spoiler breakdowns, and make sure you're subscribed to Super Synth D Studio so you don't miss the next Final Saga shocker.